So I've 21F been dating my boyfriend Chris 24M for the last year. We started off as FWB, but decided to give it a try about 3 months into it. A couple of months ago, he introduced me to his family. I was nervous because I'm not close with my family, and he is the complete opposite. I wanted so badly to make a good impression because they mean so much to him. His mom, dad, and 2 younger brothers are great, but it's his older sister that is the problem. I could tell from the first day we met that she hated me. She was cold and slightly standoffish. Now, I'm a huge overthinker, so I just let it go, assuming that she would warm up to me eventually. His family eventually invited me to family dinners every Saturday night. One dinner, my boyfriend jokingly said that his sister and I should do something together to get to know each other. She said that she would never hang out around me willingly and stormed out without explanation. The dinner was pretty tense after that, but no one ever acknowledged it. When he dropped me off, I asked about it, and he only said his sister was really protective of him. After that, anytime I was in the room with his sister, she would storm off. The only time she could be in the room with me was during the dinners. Honestly, it was okay with me. So, they were talking about their family trip during dinner one night. They asked me if I'd ever been to Cabo and if I wanted to go. His sister interrupted and asked where I would even sleep. My boyfriend laughed and said I would stay with him in his room. This set her off, and she started yelling that it was a family trip and I was trying to steal her brother from his family. We ended up leaving, but again, no explanations, no excuses, and no apologies. After that day, I started to get calls and texts every day from random numbers. The texts were mildly threatening, but nothing too crazy. I didn't even think that it could be his sister until I verified that I would be going with him on the trip last month. This flipped a switch, and the text started to get very scary, basically saying to leave my boyfriend or things would happen. I asked my boyfriend if he thought it could be his sister, and he just denied it, saying it was probably someone trolling me. He explained that his sister was just jealous because he was spending more of his time with me and that she would never do anything like that. It wasn't until I was walking out of work last week and saw my car was keyed with the words homewrecker, I just know it's her, but I don't know how to tell my boyfriend, so he'll believe me. Should I go to the police? I don't know what I can even do. I really love him, but I'm scared his sister will do something to me. Also, what if it's not his sister? I don't even know what to think. Comments. Go to the police. This isn't normal behavior, and you don't feel safe. It's your human right to feel safe in your daily life. If your boyfriend doesn't immediately support you and show concern and care, dump him. He isn't required to hate her or sever their relationship, but he shouldn't hesitate to support you fully. The family should have sorted this out long ago. Most importantly, you have a right to feel safe, and you don't owe her the benefit of your doubt. Do what you must to be safe, as soon as possible. Call the police and report it. Unless your boyfriend has a secret family, it would be a pretty weird coincidence if it's not his sister, which is gross, because she's acting like a scorned girlfriend. I would file a police report for insurance purposes at least. They might be able to check cameras around your job. It would be pretty sweet if that nutter was caught on camera. I imagine it takes a while to scratch homewrecker into the paint. I'm literally sick to my stomach right now for some pretty gross stuff. So like a couple of you guys suggested, I went to the police station to make a report. I did tell them my suspicions, but without any concrete proof, there was nothing they could do. I told my boyfriend that I made the report, and he got really upset at me. I've never seen him as mad as he was at that moment. A couple of days later, his mom reached out to me and asked if I could come have a conversation with them. When I got there, his mom let me in, and my boyfriend, his dad, his brothers, and his sister were sitting at the table. I cannot express how uncomfortable I felt. I just wanted to get this over with and go home. I don't even know how to articulate the stuff they unloaded on me like it was normal. So they sit me down and explained to me that they all engage in an open family. If you're confused, well, so was I. To make a long story short, they were having sexual relations with each other. They went on to explain that this is my boyfriend's first serious relationship and his sister is just feeling left out because he stopped sleeping with her when we got together. They went on to explain that if I could just give my boyfriend permission to continue their arrangement, everyone would be happy. I honestly didn't even know how to react. I literally felt sick. I asked if I could get some time to arrange my thoughts. When I got home, my boyfriend called and explained that he was scared to tell me and never wanted me to know. He made it clear that he has never slept with anyone while we've been together. He also admitted that he knew it was his sister sending me the threats, and if I just agreed to the arrangement, she would chill out. I asked him if that's what he wanted, and he told me he never liked the situation, but he loves his family, and that's just what they do. I told him I don't think I'm okay with this. Like, if we have kids, will they be dragged into this messed up lifestyle? He assured me that once his sister started dating, we would be able to distance ourselves. That was 2 days ago, and they have been calling me nonstop. I am just contemplating blocking them and putting all this behind me. I don't know what to do to fix this. Update. I just want to clear a couple things up after my last update today, as well as responding to some comments. I don't believe I articulated what I needed to say clearly. I want to clarify that his brothers are 22 and 19. I have no idea when this started. And yes, everyone was involved. Down to the comments asking why. I don't just block him and go on with my life. Honestly, I'm scared. He is really all I have. And the idea of starting over was just a lot. Like I said previously, I'm not close with my family, and I've been NC with them since I was abused as a child. So please believe if there were any children being hurt, I would have reported it immediately. So I understand how it feels when you want to get out of a situation and feel stuck. That is another reason I felt I could help. I don't want to drag in my friends because this is getting scary and I am not too close to them. I also want to say I in no way condone what is going on, and it makes me sick to think this was happening behind the scenes. I really feel bad for my boyfriend and thought if I could get him support or help him get over this, we could just leave and be normal. I got a lot of comments stating this was fake, and I really wish this was. I feel dumb and gross for wanting to try to fix the situation, but I think if he gets away from his family, it will get better. The reason I believe they told me is because I had already made a police report and his sister's behavior was escalating. I think they believed that this was the lesser of two evils and that I would drop the charges. That is only a guess. My boyfriend asked me to meet him and his brother John and his brother's girlfriend Sarah to talk later today. I'm going to break up with him, but I want to see if I can get him some help. I love him, but I do see this as a situation that I cannot help with. Update 6 weeks later. I want to thank everyone who gave me advice and support throughout this time. I try to follow everyone's advice and refused to meet him and his brother. I broke up with him over the phone, but he wouldn't accept the breakup until we met in person. I agreed to meet them in a public park by my house. Before anyone comes for me, the park is usually full of people at all times during the day. They brought his brother's girlfriend, who was trying to convince me that this is just a way to express love as a family, and how I'm just viewing it as casual, but it's deeper than that. She was very adamant that she wasn't forced to sleep with the family. Steve kept trying to convince me that everything was normal, so we argued a little and I broke up with him again. He refused to take the breakup and told me we're still together. He was grabbing me so tightly it hurt. His brother had to force him away from me. I was able to leave and go home and pack some stuff to stay away from home since they know where I live. I have been staying at different hotels these past couple of weeks and it has been stressful. I was getting really overwhelmed and scared, so I took advice and reached out to one of my friends. She has literally been a godsend. She has been nothing but supportive and kind. I'm ashamed that I was so embarrassed to ask my friends for help. I always thought that I had no one but myself. The only good thing from this situation is that it has opened my eyes to really see the people around me, how much they care, and how many people I really took for granted. I am currently staying with my friend and her husband. They are both trying their best to help and keep my ex away from me. I know that I was dumb for trying to work it out, but I was really under the assumption that he was being forced into it and would be willing to leave them behind. I mean, obviously I didn't even know him really. Now they are posting things about me on social media and people are saying horrible things about me. They continue to find ways to message me and threaten me. I don't know why they won't just leave me alone. I've reported everything, trying to at least get a restraining order or something to keep him away from me. I'm stuck because I can't do anything unless he hurts me physically. So I'm sorry if this isn't the update you wanted, but it's all I have. Yes, I'm alive. I've broken up with him as much as I can, and now I'm forced to just wait to see if he leaves me alone or finally hurts me. I'm as safe as I can be at the moment, and I guess that will have to be enough for right now. Thank you again to everyone who reached out with advice. Even if some of it was mean, I needed to hear it.